Right, Darren, I hope you're watching this. I'm going to keep this short. No, I really am. Um, I, I'm I'm just. I spoke to this person at the council, and yeah, they put their. They were. This anonymous person at the council was still going down the using you as a scapegoat. Now I'm really cross. I've got to really put my foot down with the paralegal, because they wanted to use you as a reason, a change of circumstances and all that bullshit. Pardon my language. As a reason for, because they're not accepting me anymore. No, I'm going to say her name. Grace Hill, Housing Needs Specialist. Sally Fisher. All of you. You took my flat. I don't care if this has got anything to do with the police abusing powers community. I have got evidence of crimes being committed against me at SDR Living whilst I was in my bed. And it's on the Metropolitan Police website. Harassing, anonymous, obscene phone calls. Right? Then there was also my father's death. But don't worry, because I'll be contacting the solicitor who's going to find out how my father died 18 months ago. I've got evidence of the emails I sent you and the report to the General Medical Council. I'll take you to the High Court. This is all going to end up in the highest court, though. Hallelujah. So whilst this guy who I was on the phone to, who's dealing with me, whilst he still left me street homeless, tonight, I'm here tonight for one night because I've used my hotels.com reward night, and that's it. You won't be getting it any more monies. Do you know what? I was self-funded the Cavendish Hotel for 9 months with back PIP. I had about £12,000. It's all gone. I was in that hotel longer than I was in that flat for just 4 months, and now this hotel knows about it. Yes! The deputy manageress just now was practically in tears for me. I let her know that I wasn't happy with the way the other receptionist spoke to me, who works for Sussex Partnership. Well, she's an ex-mental health nurse. And I said, she was here when the care coordinator was just moving me in to SDR Living, when they were putting brand new carpets down in a self-contained flat. How have we suddenly gone from public servants dragging me out of my own home? Oh, believe me, you really don't want to do this to me. Do you know why? Because there are going to be a lot of people who are going to know about this. Yeah. There will be. So you keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. This is getting interesting. It certainly is. I didn't pray to Yahweh all this time for nothing. My partner didn't bring me to his name. Who was it who took my things out of this hotel about a week or two ago? Darren and his dad. Who was it who came to my aid after Pevensey Road when I was trafficked there after you took the flat? Darren. Who was it who helped self-fund the last 6 hotels before going into his flat? Darren, with helping me out with his own emergency rent money. Who was it who found out where all my valuables, including my gold heirloom ring, which is a 21st birthday present from my late mother, with my birthstone, the most semi-precious birthstone, over 100 years old? You all went in and you took my stuff. Darren, he found out. He helped pay for the storage, but you want to say he's the reason he's abusing me, and that's why I need a home. You stole my home because I reported criminal offences, just as I have in every other place, and the local MP office said you get complaints like this all the time. I've just been with Amira, my Iranian lady friend who's a Muslim, talking about religion. Do you know what she said to me? She said, I can't stand all this religious bullshit. Yeah, words to that effect. And I tell you what, in the Western world, she said the UK police and the police in the USA, everything in this Western world, it's effed up. In the Middle East, they're known for being warm, hospitable people. You know what? Listening to her shouting in her own language on the phone, because she is like a sister to me, but she's Iranian. It doesn't matter. She feels she can talk to me. She's got a good heart. But the interesting thing is, I thought that Juliet would understand me more than Amira, but actually, it's Amira who understands. Because there's a language barrier. She wants me to help her with her English, but she gets it. She now gets it because she's been listening to me. It takes a while to get people to listen and understand. Crumbs. I'd much rather hear her shouting and getting angry on the phone, as I did earlier, than listen to English people screaming and shouting and getting angry, because it's all about the same thing in our culture. It's all socially engineered, this mental illness. It's all the part of the Luciferian Masonic witchcraft. I can't imagine psychiatric units in the Middle East. It's such a Western thing. Let's create mental illness. Let's give people dangerous billion-dollar pharmaceuticals. No, get to the root of the problem. Pray in Abu Yahweh's name that my middle sister has not damaged her body. I've got a lot to talk to Amira about. Her son works for an airline. And she said he's not gay. He thinks he's gay. But girls find him attractive. I said, I've got the same problem. My sister thinks she's a man. Let's fight this crap. Anyway, so Darren, I hope you're listening to this. I hope you are, because I'm going to have to get back in touch with you, or I'll be sleeping bloody rough, won't I? After tonight. No one's fucking listening. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go and see if I can make it to see Chantel. I've just said her name. I didn't want to say her name. On that note, I was talking about, I said little and I meant to say oldie. Oldie has started the New World Order in London. You can't buy food. You can't even step into their shop unless you've got a QR code, which means you need a smartphone and everything like that, which I don't understand. I told my partner to keep a plastic bottle of water that I got from warming up the homeless, and he poured it down the drain because it's dangerous. I'll tell you why. Can't remember the name of the company, but it had that, is it fleur de lis? Well, that Masonic symbol on the front of the bottle, and it had dangerous, is it 90% of dangerous metals in the water, because the company that produces the bottle of for other bottles of water has that stuff in it. Because my partner's very good like this, very observant, and he said, do not drink this, and he showed it to me, and he showed me the article online. I said, we'll keep the bottle of water so I can warn people. But before I could say anything, he'd poured it down the drain, and I don't know if he kept the bottle, but it would be good to put that out there. And that's it really. There's nothing really more to say. I've got to get a scoot on, and uh, just to say, the troll that I was talking about last night. If you want to go and have a look at this complete and utter loner for yourself, because he's the only one. I've had no anonymous calls, even though I've begged you to ring me. Because I will be changing my number anyway when this is over. Go and look at the YouTube video titled Note hyphen, what do you call it? Not hyphen. What do you call that? Dot. Read my disclaimer and lies and abuse exposed. Police abusing powers, Wednesday, 20th of April 2022. And it's the troll named Midnight Drifter 10. Except he'll probably delete it. And this was before I knew what a nasty piece of work that individual Dan, and dangerous individual who set up that police abusing powers channel. And this was around the time that Tina Che from the Independent Advice Network, his friend, had falsely offered me so much legal help, and saying that she had, was it something, legal people on standby in London with charitable rights organisations, and she was going to help me so much, help me to help others. I shouldn't even be in these places if I'm on severe disability and all this rubbish. And then she sent me a threatening email, and one of Dan's friends, Dan had emailed me to say that this Scott Andrew Horn had contacted my MP office, and this Lucy from the MP office said they had an abusive call handler who was reported to the police, because he also contacted the House of Commons. And then he turned on me. They're a nasty bunch, the police abusing powers community. There might be some genuine people there, but I'm not really interested. There might be victims like me, but Warrior Wales was the only person. And when all these crimes and nasty things were happening to me, all these nutcases, just so many demented people. But he said that there were people in there that wanted me to kill myself. But around that time, I also posted a video where they were saying in the live chat, oh, your partner is a CUNT. Why don't you join the police? Do you know what? You're so like them. You're so like Eastbourne Police. I thought Dan was just a rough diamond in the rough, and just a bit rough around the edges. Because I've had a lot of dealings with people like that. But no, he's a very, very nasty. I should join them. Be right in there with them. But anyway, there we go. So that's it, Darren. Darren, I hope you're watching. I'll be street homeless. But the good thing is that the law firm are really going to get it in the ear from me. And you know, fight the good fight. Because the more they're doing to me, the more I'm pushing back, and I will take it to the highest level. But first of all, we put it in the court of the Shamayim. Shalom, Shabbat. Yes, it is Shabbat now. It's sun is setting. It's funny because Adamant was. I said this to my partner. I said there was a movie that a B movie that Darren was in. Darren, that Adamant was in, and it was. I had it years ago, and it was called. Was it called Midnight Heat? In the UK, it was called Midnight Heat, and in the US, it was called Sunset Heat. So the Americans know more about the Hebrew, because that's my opinion, because a new day in the Holy Land starts at sunset. So it's already Shabbat. So yeah, midnight heat, sunset heat, but the Americans are more up on these things anyway. So there we go. That's over and out.